Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Coolest Game in the Tech channel. We are playing Horizon Forbidden West, and this video is just a quick recommended settings for the game to get the most out of it, to keep you immersed. So I'm going to go over those really quick. Obviously the full playthrough is going to be on different videos, but I figured to show you guys these settings just so you can kind of know what's up. So go down to settings real quick. Under general, HUD display, I keep it dynamic because I want it to show up sometimes but not all the time. Obviously you can do it custom, but I'll just keep it dynamic. The wheel slowdown, I want to put it on slower, just to give you a little bit more time when you're fighting enemies. You need to switch up guns, switch up different types of ammo. You want to slow it down, at least for me I would suggest slowing it down even further to put it slower so you have a little bit more time. Auto shield wing will keep all that good. Headpiece on. So if you go down to controls and then you scroll all the way down, motion aiming, quick weapon swap. So you want to turn quick weapon swap on. So when you're in your weapon wheel, you can click a option that you want to auto default as your weapon option, but you want to be able to switch to them quick without going through the menu of the weapon wheel. So I would recommend putting weapon quick swap on. It's up to you if you want to display subtitles. Just for my walkthrough, I'm gonna have them on because I know sometimes they're speaking languages we don't know what they're talking about, so I'm just turning it on. Subtitle size, if I could put it small, I'll just leave it on standard. Background off. Alright, and then next thing you want to go to is visual. This is the big one. So dynamic range, it just depends on what kind of TV you have. I have a very high refresh rate TV and it displays in 4K, so the graphics are already pretty good. But if you put favor resolution, it's going to drop to 30 frames per second. As you can see, favors a high fidelity at a lower frame rate. It looks very choppy when you're playing the game. So I recommend putting on favor performance because you're now at 60 frames per second. The game is already looking great, so you're not really missing out on much when you change it to favor performance. And plus, I think with the smoother frame rate, the 60 frames per second, I think it ends up looking better anyway, but that's just me. Camera positioning, that's fine. Motion blur. So adjust level of motion blur. So motion blur is when you're moving, you're switching, turning your target of what you want to look at. Motion blur, some people it might make them a little queasy, kind of seeing that lag and it go back and forth. So you can put it on medium, low, or you can turn motion blur off. So I'm going to turn mine off because I don't want it ends up making it look a little bit laggy, so I'm just going to turn that off. Oh, that's another thing, auto sprint. I want auto sprint on foot on, and then auto sprint on foot, I'm gonna turn that off. But when I'm on the mount, there's no reason for me to go slow, so I'm gonna turn that on. So another thing you want to change is if you go into settings, you go to custom HUD settings. So how to get there is you go to HUD visibility, you put it on custom, and then you go to custom HUD settings. So I want to be as immersed in this game as possible. So the compass, I turned it off because you can always find your target when you click the waypoint. You can still see it within the screen, so I turned that off. Quest tracker off. Inactive quest tracker off, I don't need to see that. And tutorial notifications, I keep that on because I'm gonna need that just to remind me if it works the same way it did in the last game. And then off-screen awareness indicators, I left that on because I need that. Enemy health bar, that's fine. Damage numbers, I don't really care to see those, so I turned those off. But that's going to be it, guys. That's going to be the recommended settings and the best settings, I think, for Horizon Forbidden West to make this game as best as possible. So, just quick video. Hopefully this information was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the regular walkthrough. Peace.